Hey everybody, I'm here with the story. So this is a story about a teenage girl who was forced into marriage because of her father's debt. Okay? So this is a very serious topic, so let's try to tackle it well. Let's do it. So this is a story about a teenage girl who's between 15 to 17 years old. And the story will be about her and how she was forced into marriage because of her father's debt. She's a bright girl. She's actually a very innocent girl. She dreams of finishing school and becoming a doctor or even a teacher. She's very smart, kind, and full of hope. She's the light of her family. One day, her father comes home and he's really stressed. He's arguing with someone on the phone. He's pacing back and forth in their small house. And the girl asks her mother, "What's wrong?" The mother replies, "Nothing." Then she tells the girl to go clean the fish her father had caught that day. While cleaning the fish, she overhears her father talking again. This time he's talking to a wealthy man in the village, and the girl hears her father say that he needs more time to pay back the money he owes him. The wealthy man says, "Don't worry, I understand. You can pay me back whenever you want. You know, you can use any means necessary. You know what I mean?" The girl doesn't understand what he's saying, but she knows her father has borrowed money from the rich man in the village, and she also knows that her father is having trouble paying it back. The next day, the girl is doing her homework when her father comes home. He looks sad. He sits down next to her and says, "I need to tell you something important." She looks at him, worried, and asks, "What is it?" Then her father, in a very shameful tone, says, "How old are you?" "I'm 16, she replies. He takes a deep breath and says, "I owe a lot of money to a rich man in the village, and I don't know how to pay him back. I've tried to borrow money from other people, but nobody lends me enough money. And if I don't pay him back soon, he will take away our house." "Oh, Dad, why didn't you tell me earlier? I can pawn my necklace and pay you back," she says. "No, my darling. You cannot do that. I am very sorry, my love. But you're too precious to sacrifice for my debt," he says. At that moment, the girl doesn't understand what her father means. But she hugs him and says, "We will find a way together." Later that evening, while the girl is washing the dishes, she overhears her parents talking again. And she hears her father say, "Here's my solution. I will give you my daughter as a wife, and all the debt will be forgiven." The girl drops the plate she was holding. "What? No!" she screams. But her parents pretend they haven't heard anything, and the girl runs away crying. The next day, she goes to school, but she can't concentrate on her studies. Her friends ask her what's wrong, but she doesn't tell them. She feels humiliated and betrayed by her own father, and she doesn't want to talk about it. After school, the girl goes home and finds her mother making some new clothes for her. "Why are you making these new clothes for me?" she asks. "Because you'll look beautiful in them," her mother replies, "and you'll be the talk of the town." The girl doesn't understand what her mother means until she sees the wedding ring on her finger. At that moment, she realizes she is going to be married. She screams, "No, I don't want to get married. Please don't do this to me." But her parents pretend they haven't heard anything. The next day, the girl is dressed in a beautiful red sari. She looks gorgeous, but she's very sad. She's being forced to marry a man twice her age, and she doesn't understand why. The wedding ceremony is finished. Now she's a wife, but she still doesn't understand why she has been forced to marry a man twice her age. She thinks of running away, but she knows she can't do that. She's trapped. Now, we don't know how the story ends. I want you to finish the story and write it in the comments below. What happens next? How does she escape? How does she find freedom? Write it in the comments below. While we wait for the comments, let's think about what the moral of this story is. Girls are not payments. Their lives, their dreams, their futures. No one should be sold to pay for someone else's mistakes.